I want to bounce an idea off of you guys because I had this thought earlier today, and I think it would be a legitimately good idea for YouTube, as I think this is one of the major problems that I think a lot of people have with the site, especially creators. One of the biggest issues I have as a creator is when I will put blood, sweat, and tears into something that actually takes a great amount of effort to make, or something you would consider a passion project. Good examples of this are my 100 Ways to Beat the Snot Out of Chonky video. Pepperoni Pizza Time's also a decent example. But even now, those videos have barely broken 200. And meanwhile, something that takes me very little effort to make, something I barely even think about during the process, will get thousands of views. A great example as of recent would be the video I posted on Thursday about the Queen passing away. That video currently sits at over 2,000 views as of recording this. Granted, the Queen's passing is a popular topic, so of course it's going to get a lot of attention. But at the same time, it's like an 8-second video. 90% of it is from Megamind. Literally, I just appear at the end and go, that's it. That's all I do. And for whatever reason, that gets the most amount of attention on my channel. And I'm really not a fan of it. Granted, if my videos really aren't that interesting to watch, that makes sense. I can live with that. I know there are people who want to watch my content. I want to make content that my audience will actually watch. And I don't want people to subscribe because of a one-off shitpost that I make. So how do we combat this? How do we make sure that videos that people actually put effort into get just as much attention as a video that doesn't take very much to make? Well, as of today, I think I've come up with an answer that might work, and something that I want to pitch to you guys as viewers and fellow content creators. What if when you uploaded a video, in addition to everything else you can set for filters and tags and whatnot, you could set what's called production quality. Say you make a short film with your friends. It's a half-hour long. You spent weeks making it, editing it, recording it, the whole 9 yards. It's like your biggest project of the year. When you upload it, you could mark it as professional. You know, you spent weeks on it. You got people to collaborate with you on it. If you showed it off in a movie theater, people would be none the wiser. You could mark it as professional quality. And, you know, there'd obviously be somebody at YouTube on the other end, either somebody who actually works there or a bot who looks in and verifies that you're not just putting that choice so that they can put it up wherever, you know? And then that way, if somebody wants to watch something that's professional quality, they can put that as a filter on their search thing, and then they can actually find that kind of content in a sea of terrible videos. Meanwhile, say if you upload daily videos that aren't really that high effort, like somebody we know, you could mark it as, I don't know, you could probably call it amateur or homemade, or, you know, something that isn't shitpost. And then people who want to watch that kind of content can watch that kind of content. But I feel like a lot of people who put so much effort into their videos get drowned out by what is essentially very low effort content. And having this kind of filter that you can set as a creator and that viewers can set as a filter for their search would help you find your audience a lot better. And it wouldn't just be one over the other. I think the way it would work, it would be kind of like a scale. You know, imagine if it was like a 1 to 5 scale. You had like homemade / amateur on like the very bottom end of the scale. Like, this took you very little time. You practically put it on YouTube without editing it at all. It slowly went up in increments until you got to professional quality. Or maybe it's more of a triangle, because one of the other issues you have with YouTube is businesses and companies. When you get onto YouTube and, you know, you're not signed into an account, you're like, you just got on YouTube, you haven't made an account for it, what immediately gets recommended to you? Corporations, companies, businesses. Imagine if you could filter all that under commercial, right? It's a commerce. They're trying to sell whatever, right? They're an actual company. They're not just some dude who sits in his room recording videos like a lot of us are. You could address so many issues that people have with that kind of thing being front page by simply putting it under a commercial production kind of filter. I guess it's not really a scale so much as it is kind of like an alignment chart. So imagine like bottom to top, you have production quality. You have very low production quality, like homemade footage, all the way up to like professional movie theater film quality. And left and right, you have like indie, you're independent, you're just one dude making videos. And then that slowly comes up to commercial. You're a business trying to sell something. This kind of alignment chart, I think, would help people so much more with trying to market their content for the right audience, and more for the audience trying to find the right content. Because again, I think that addresses two of the biggest issues that both creators and viewers have with the platform is A, things that you put 90% of your effort into don't perform as well as things you barely think about when you're making. B, being drowned out by a lot of the businesses and corporations that kind of go against YouTube's original business model. Personally, I think this could be a very good idea, but I wanted to bounce it off of you guys because I want to make sure that if I am being crazy, that there's somebody who can tell me that I'm crazy. But I legitimately think it's a good idea. So let me know what you think of call it the production value alignment chart. Because I think that could solve a lot of issues with finding the right content and finding the right audience. Wait, I just realized, you know who else has that kind of production quality filter?